How's it been feeling for you? What's been going on in your investing world, Errol?
Really, I have the same approach every day. Market up, I have the same approach. Market flat, I have the same approach. Market down, I have the same approach. My general approach is to dollar cost average into my long-term positions, and then I'll mix in some lump sum buys here and there. That's in terms of my long-term hold, my long-term positions. And then you mentioned volatility, but if you know what you're doing, there's opportunity every day. Volatility or no volatility, right? If you know the right strategies, it doesn't matter if the market's up or down. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna eat in any market condition. I'm gonna pay my bills in any market condition. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Volatility, I'm gonna get paid. No volatility, I'm gonna get paid. Flat, I'm gonna get paid. Green, I'm gonna get paid. Red, doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to me.
So what you're saying, this sounds, is that you're consistent even when the market is inconsistent. Is that accurate?
I've got the same approach. I've got the same mindset any day. Market up, market down, market flat. I've got the same approach.
Okay. Okay. So how do you think about just first off, let me ask you this. What are your observations in terms of what's been going on lately? Like how are you feeling about I saw something today. In fact, I'll tee it off with this. I saw today that there was a company that released some data. The government's not releasing jobs data, which is a real problem, right? Because of the shutdown and all that. So all these private companies are releasing their data. There was a company that released data today that basically said it kind of bothered me a little bit. They said that there were more job cuts this month, 175% more job cuts this month than last month, 183% more job cuts this month than this time last year. That this was the worst October for job cuts since 2003 and the worst month ever since 2009, right? And the thing about 2003 is that at that time you had a disruptive technology called the internet popping off that was getting jobs cut. In 2009, that was when the market was, or the economy was on a cliff. Does this alarm you? And how are you feeling about conditions right now in the market?
Well, to be honest with you, this doesn't surprise me at all. The writing's been on the wall for a long time. My question is, why would I put my faith into another man's hands? I'm going to control my fate myself. Job cuts or no job cuts. I can't really defer my outcomes to somebody else. That was the mistake I made for, the majority of the last 20 years. I put my faith into HR's hands. I put my faith into Mr. Charlie's hands. I didn't take accountability of my own outcomes. So job cuts or no job cuts, that doesn't surprise me. The real question is, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Are you going to just
So
identify?
you,
Are you just
oh,
going
go
to go
ahead, please.
complain about it, or are you going to do something about it?
Mm.
Are you going to make a plan? Are you going to execute on that plan? So it doesn't surprise me. I don't really pay attention to that. Again, I've got the same approach. I'm going to make things happen myself. I will no longer defer my outcomes to another grown man.
Okay, so when you say that, when you say I'll not defer my outcomes to another grown man, it sounds like you had an experience that really shaped your perspective on that. Tell me more about that.
Multiple experiences. Well, I'll mention these two examples. You might have heard me say this, or the B1 community might have heard me say this previously. Two times in the last 7 years, twice in the last 7 years, HR looked me dead in my eye and told me I was unqualified, despite having all the fancy degrees, despite having all the experience, despite exceeding job requirements. I was still unqualified. All you had to tell me is that one time. I learned that first time you told me that. So that happened maybe 2019, and then again maybe 2022. That first time I learned my lesson. That first time I started making a plan. That first time I started implementing and executing something bigger for me, bigger and more important for myself. So that was two experiences. HR telling me I was unqualified. All you needed to tell me is once.